Welcome. We're here at the Orlando Money Show. I'm a national speaker for Investors Business Daily, and today we have with us David Auerbach, and he's going to talk about REITs, which are real estate investment trusts. So welcome. Tell us a little bit about you.
Thank you for having me. My name is David Auerbach. I've covered the REITs for 20 years in both the trading and research capacity. I have a daily REIT newsletter called the Daily REIT Beat that covers 160 plus publicly traded companies, looking at all the news headlines, charts, performance metrics, ratings changes, as well as trying to find all the little needles in the haystack, all the news stories that are out there that help drive the industry. It's been in progress for about 10 years. It goes to a lot of REIT management teams and buy-side and sell-side investors. And it's just trying to reach the end investor so they can really understand what's going on in this little slice of my portfolio.
Okay. Well, and in that vein, let's say someone's watching at home and they say, well, how do I invest in a REIT?
So REITs are everywhere. You can't go from point A to point B without passing a REIT. Whether it's an office building, a strip center, a mall, an apartment property, REITs are everywhere. And there's 30 plus REITs that are in the S&P 500 right now. So it's a very easy avenue to go out and invest. And the benefit of investing in REITs is REITs are structured so that the income that they generate by collecting rent from their tenants, 90% of the income is passed out to their shareholders. That's a pretty strong number.
That's pretty strong.
So all the management teams are invested in these companies. Individual investors have an incentive to buy these companies because pretty much whatever the company earns is going right back into their pockets.
So to give people an example, let's say over the last 3 years, how have REITs done? How have some of these investments, if you had gotten in, how have they done?
So the answer is they've done very well. REITs are correlated against the market. So as Dow and NASDAQ goes up, the REITs will go down and vice versa. So in times like now on volatility or concerns about coronavirus or any of these things that are going to take the market lower, REITs are a safe haven, a flight to quality and safety. So they perform very well. And then certain segments do better than others. So as an example, the manufactured housing REITs were the top performing REIT sector last year,
right?
Especially here in a place like Florida where there's a lot of retirees that are living in a lot of these manufactured housing.
Right.
But if you think about the future as far as technology, so data centers and towers and the cloud and how everything is going online, and more importantly, what about Amazon? How has Amazon impacted all the REITs, and how can an investor potentially capitalize on what's going on with Amazon?
So I'm sure you have a lot of people that are very interested in this because you're right, it's about properties and it's about rents and it's about the spaces that are rented out. And so if people wanted to contact you or learn more about this, or what would be a good avenue for people that are not right here at the Money Show that can't hear you speak, what would be another good way?
Well, I appreciate that, and please feel free to contact me. I do not have a website yet because we're still trying to flesh out the product, but the best way to reach me is in my email. It's David, D-A-V-I-D, Auerbach, A-U-E-R-B-A-C-H, so it's all one word, at WEG, W-E-G, 1 as in the number 1.com.
Well, I think it's really interesting, and as far as investors, this is definitely, it's not just stocks and bonds, but also people should be paying attention to REITs. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.